Master Your Emotions, A Practical Guide to Overcome Negativity and Better Manage Your Feelings, by Thibaut Muris and Carrie J. Donovan. This summary is brought to you by Hook My Book. The book is about how emotions can be a powerful guide for personal growth. The author explains that emotions are physical sensations that occur in our bodies and that we should be aware of how we feel in order to better manage our emotions. He also writes about the importance of talking about emotions and how this book will teach you how to do just that. People have a bias towards negativity because it is beneficial for survival. We are programmed to look for signs of rejection and to worry about our safety when we are faced with negative events. It is important to remember that most rejections are not life-threatening, and that we can overcome this bias by using our thoughts to shape our reality in a more empowering way. Your brain's primary job is not to make you happy, but to ensure your survival. If you want to be happy, you must take control of your emotions rather than hoping you'll be happy because it's your natural state. In order to control your emotions, you need to understand the role dopamine plays and how it affects your happiness. Your mind quickly acclimates to new situations, which is probably the result of evolution and our need to adapt continually in order to survive and reproduce. This is also probably why the new car or house you want will only make you happy for a while. Once the initial excitement wears off, you'll move on to crave the next exciting thing. This phenomenon is known as hedonic adaptation. Ego. Your survival mechanism is not the only factor affecting your emotions. Your ego also plays a major role in shaping the way you feel. Thus, understanding your ego is essential to gaining more control over your emotions. Your ego is the self-identity you've constructed throughout your life. It's created through your thoughts and has no concrete reality. Events that happen to you bear no meaning in themselves, you give them meaning only through your interpretation of those events. The ego is neither good nor bad, it's just a result of a lack of self-awareness. It fades away as you become aware of it. Emotions are tricky. People experience emotions differently, and sometimes those emotions can be tough to manage. However, understanding the mechanism behind emotions can help us manage them more effectively. Look at some of the negative emotions you experienced in the past. Remember the worst times in your life. During these most difficult periods, you were probably so caught up in your emotions you imagined never being able to escape them. You couldn't imagine being happy again. But even these episodes ended. Eventually, the clouds dissipated and the real you shone again. Your emotions come and they go. Your depression will go, your sadness will vanish and your anger will fade away. Emotions are powerful thoughts that can amplify our feelings, and it can be hard to stay present when we're feeling emotions. If we can't stay present, the emotions can take over and control us. Your emotions dictate how you think and feel, which then affects how you act and feel. For example, if you're feeling down and you think about how your life is going to be difficult, you'll probably feel more down. Conversely, if you focus on positive thoughts, you'll feel more positive. However, you can't always control how you think and feel, so it's important to be aware of your emotions and manage them in a healthy way. Emotions are complex, and a variety of factors influence how you feel. The impact of sleep and exercise on your mood. Sleep is important for both your mental and physical health. Lack of sleep can lead to a number of problems, including an increase in mortality risk and an impairment in your ability to enjoy positive experiences. There are many ways to improve the quality of your sleep, including making sure your bedroom is dark, using electronic devices sparingly, relaxing your mind, and having an evening ritual. If you have difficulty sleeping, try implementing some of these strategies until you find one that works best for you. Exercising regularly has many benefits, including treating mild to moderate depression, improving your physical health, and living longer. Body language and emotions. Body language, body posture, and facial expressions can all affect how you feel, either positively or negatively. For example, when you adopt a confident or happy body posture, your hormones may increase, which can lead to a feeling of happiness. Conversely, when you adopt a low-power posture, your hormones may decrease, which can lead to a feeling of depression. Other factors. Meditation and visualization can help you tame your monkey mind and reduce your anxious thoughts. By using positive affirmations, you can condition your mind to experience more positive emotions. Positive affirmations are sentences you repeat to yourself on a regular basis until your subconscious mind accepts them as true. Over time they help you condition your mind to experience positive emotions such as confidence or gratitude. Music has a wide range of effects on people's moods. Some studies have shown that listening to positive music can help people boost their mood, while other studies have shown that music can help reduce negative mood and boost self-esteem. Some people use music to condition their mind by building playlists tailored to their emotional needs. How emotions are formed. The process of emotions formation starts with interpreting events or thoughts. Once you identify with a thought, it becomes a focus for your emotions. Repeating the same thoughts over and over again strengthens the emotions associated with that thought. When emotions are strong, they tend to become an integral part of your identity. Your interpretation of events impacts your emotional state. Your emotional state is a result of the assumptions you hold about the world. Your assumptions create your subjective reality, which is the world you experience. Your interpretations of events are based on your assumptions. Letting go of your emotions. Emotions are just emotions. They are not you, they are not facts, and you can let them go. People often repress their emotions because they are told that doing so is bad, or that emotions are something to be ashamed of. However, emotions are just temporary experiences, and they have nothing to do with who you really are. If you were your depression, you'll be depressed all day long every single second of your existence. Fortunately, that's not the case. When you experience an emotion, simply label it, example, I am angry, I am sad, I am depressed, detach yourself from it, and let go. Your emotions are the result of your thoughts. You become what you think about most of the time. Positive thoughts lead to positive emotions, while negative thoughts lead to negative emotions. You can condition your mind to experience more positive emotions by repeating positive affirmations to yourself. When you experience negative emotions, know that they are a result of your thoughts and that you can overcome them by replacing negative thoughts with positive ones. Some ways to manage negative emotions include distracting yourself, taking action, and becoming aware of your emotions. It is also important to practice mindfulness, exercise, and eat healthier. Finally, if you find yourself struggling with negative emotions for a long time, it might be wise to consult a professional. Guide emotions in right direction. Emotions can play a role in personal growth by reminding you of what you already know. For instance, when you feel stress, it tells you to make changes in your life. However, if you keep ignoring your emotions, they may become louder and more painful. The more you ignore your emotions, the more you may begin to act out of fear or love, depending on your emotional state. Self-awareness is your ability to observe objectively your thoughts, emotions, and behaviors without adding your own interpretation or story to it. Being aware or conscious means being able to recognize when you are acting out of fear or love. For instance, when you are trying to get something from someone, you are likely acting out of fear. However, when you are trying to give something to someone, you are likely acting out of love. Start noticing the underlying motivations behind your actions. As you do so, you'll begin to realize you spend a considerable amount of time trying to earn other people's approval, whether they be your colleague, your boss, your parents, or your partner. Notice this, and ask yourself what you can do to move from wanting to get to wanting to give. End of the summary. Thanks for listening.